That tail wag your dog gives you when you walk through the door, most people see it as proof that everything is fine, that no matter what happened earlier in the day, your dog has already forgotten, already forgiven. But dogs don't actually work that way. They remember feelings, not the exact details of what happened, but the emotional imprint it left behind. And sometimes the small things we do every day slowly change how our dogs feel around us, not instantly, not dramatically, but quietly, gradually, until one day the bond feels different and we're not even sure why. Today we're going to talk about 10 behaviors that quietly push your dog away, often without you realizing it. And number 5 is the one almost every dog owner does, yelling at them, "Your dog just knocked over the garbage again." Now, you've told them not to 100 times. Frustration builds, your voice gets louder, and suddenly you shout. The reaction is immediate. Your dog freezes, their ears flatten, their body drops low to the ground, and from the outside, it looks like the message worked. But something very different is happening inside your dog's mind. Dogs don't understand the actual words you're saying. They understand tone, energy, and body language. To your dog, a loud voice doesn't translate to "stop doing that." It translates to danger. Their nervous system instantly switches into survival mode. And when that happens, learning shuts down. Your dog isn't processing the correction, they're just trying to figure out how to feel safe again. If this happens occasionally, it might not cause lasting harm. But repeated yelling changes something subtle. Your dog may still obey you, but the trust behind that obedience begins to fade. The tail sits lower, eye contact becomes shorter, and instead of responding out of confidence, your dog begins responding out of fear. And that difference matters more than most people realize. Ignoring them on walks. For your dog, a walk isn't just exercise, it's the most exciting part of their day. Every smell tells a story. Every corner holds information. Every fire hydrant is like reading the morning news. But something interesting happens during many walks. The dog is fully present, but the human isn't. Phones come out, messages get checked, social media gets scrolled, and suddenly the walk becomes a background activity. But dogs notice this. They glance back at you, looking for connection, looking for shared experience. And when you're not really there, the walk slowly becomes less meaningful. Not because the environment changed, but because their favorite companion mentally disappeared. Even 10 minutes of fully present walking can transform the experience for your dog. Put the phone away, look around, let the walk become something you share together. Because for your dog, that moment means everything. Aren't you taking their stuff? Your dog is chewing happily on a toy. You want their attention, so you reach down and take it. Seems harmless, right? But in your dog's mind, something different happens. Dogs naturally develop attachments to certain objects. Toys, bones, chews, these things feel valuable to them. And when something valuable suddenly disappears, it triggers anxiety. Though over time, your dog may start hiding their toys, dragging them under furniture, carrying them into corners. This behavior is known as resource guarding. It develops when a dog learns that the things they love might be taken away unexpectedly, but the fix is simple. Instead of taking trade, offer something better, let your dog willingly release the item. That small change keeps the trust intact. Changing the rules. Consistency is incredibly important for dogs, but humans aren't always consistent. One day your puppy jumps onto the couch with a sock in their mouth, and you laugh. It's cute. Maybe you even record a video, but the next day they do the exact same thing, and suddenly you're stressed. You raise your voice, you push them down. From your perspective, the difference makes sense. From your dog's perspective, the rules just changed without explanation. Dogs don't understand mood swings. They only understand patterns. And when those patterns constantly shift, dogs stop trying to predict them. That uncertainty creates anxiety. Your dog begins wondering which version of you will show up next. Consistency isn't just about training, it's about emotional stability. And dogs feel that stability more deeply than we realize. Hugging them. This one surprises a lot of people because humans love hugs, but dogs don't naturally hug each other. In canine body language, wrapping arms around another animal often resembles restraint, and restraint can feel threatening. When you hug your dog tightly, I'm thinking they might tolerate it, but many dogs show subtle signs of stress. Their body stiffens, they lick their lips, all right? They turn their head away, they yawn. These are calming signals dogs use to cope with discomfort. But because the moment feels loving to us, like we often miss those signals completely. Some dogs truly enjoy physical closeness. Others simply tolerate it because they trust you. The key is watching your dog's body language. If they lean in and relax, you're probably fine. But if they freeze or try to move away, that's communication. And respecting that communication protects trust. Punishing them. Too late, you come home from work. The trash is everywhere. Your dog approaches slowly. You say, bad dog. They lower their head. They look guilty. Case closed. Right? Not quite. Dogs only associate consequences with actions if they happen almost immediately, usually within seconds. If several minutes have passed where your dog has no idea what you're referring to, that guilty look isn't guilt. It's a response to your tone and body language. Like your dog is simply reacting to your anger, not understanding the reason behind it. Repeated experiences like this make you seem unpredictable, and unpredictability creates anxiety. From your dog's perspective, you suddenly became angry for no clear reason. Waking them up, your dog looks incredibly peaceful while sleeping, curled up on the couch, breathing slowly. It's tempting to pet them or scoop them up, but waking a sleeping dog suddenly can trigger something called sleep startle for a brief moment. Your dog doesn't know where they are or who is touching them. This instinct exists for survival. And sometimes that reflex can cause a snap or bite, especially in dogs who had difficult early lives, right? Former strays, shelter dogs, dogs raised in kennel environments. The safest approach, let sleeping dogs wake naturally. They'll come to you when they're ready, forcing socialization. You have friends visiting, and naturally you want them to meet your dog. But your dog is hiding behind the couch, tail tucked, body small, trying to stay invisible. So you coax them forward, pull them gently into the room, encourage interaction, but from your dog's perspective, the situation just became overwhelming. Forcing shy dogs into social situations doesn't build confidence, it reinforces fear. Instead, allow your dog to observe from a distance, let them approach when they feel safe. Confidence grows when dogs choose interaction, not when it's forced on them. Using the crate as punishment. A crate should feel like a bedroom, a safe, calm place where your dog can relax. But when a crate becomes associated with punishment, that safe feeling disappears. If every trip into the crate follows frustration or anger, your dog begins connecting the crate with negative emotions. Soon they hesitate at the door. They resist going inside, not because they dislike the crate, but because the emotional history around it changed. The crate should represent comfort, not consequence. Pushing away their love. Your dog greets you at the door, tail spinning, body wiggling, pure excitement, but sometimes you're busy carrying groceries, answering a call, running late, and that excitement suddenly becomes inconvenient, so you push them down. You sigh. You say, not now. Dogs pay close attention to emotional responses, and if their attempts to connect are repeatedly rejected, they eventually stop trying. You might accidentally train your dog to stop greeting you, stop bringing toys, stop seeking closeness. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they learned their love wasn't welcome in that moment. And over time, that changes the relationship. Dogs don't keep score the way humans do. They don't hold grudges, but they remember how interactions make them feel. Safety, trust, connection, or fear, confusion, distance. The good news, every single thing on this list can be fixed. And often, the repair starts with something incredibly simple, awareness. The next time your dog looks up at you, that moment is another opportunity to strengthen the bond or weaken it. And the choice happens in small daily interactions, not dramatic ones, because for your dog, the relationship you share isn't built in big moments. It's built quietly in the little ones.